All right, welcome to MC Podcast, aka Men of Culture Podcast, and we're ranking and talking about the spring seasonal anime. A lot of the episodes are finally out, and these are the animes that you should be obviously watching right at this moment and enjoying. Let's start into it right away. First, you should definitely be watching, obviously, Konosuba Season 3. Finally, after many, many years of the fans begging and begging and begging for Season 3 of Konosuba to come out, we finally got it. It's going to pick off right where it left off from the movie. If you haven't watched the Konosuba movie, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Go watch that. Now, same Studio Dive that did the movie. It's going to be a great season. I'm not going to lie. Kazuya is going to be doing some very questionable things, but once again, it's that Konosuba vibe we love. The gangs will be back together. Whole lot of dumb shit and a whole lot of funniness.
Alright guys, the next one we're going to be going into is Demon Slayer Season 4. This is going to be the training arc and you're going to meet a lot of Hashiras in this season. I'm super hyped up because this is obviously another season of Demon Slayer. If you guys haven't watched this one whatsoever, this is a super easy anime to get into, especially if you're new. It's got not a simplistic plot, but a really good, consistent plot with really good characters that work well with each other, and we're going to meet even more this season, which are the Hashiras. And this is going to be a training arc for Tanjiro, for Zenitsu, and everybody of the cast, just to get a little bit stronger, so when they fight and go against Muzan, they actually have a chance. But the training arc is obviously not going to be crazy plot, but is obviously going to be some good moments and some good animation overall. Next one on this list is The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, Season 3. Now, this is one of my favorite isekais, for sure. This season is obviously the continuation, and we're going to meet a lot of new characters, and where obviously the antagonist is going to be an otherworlder, who is actually on the human side pretty much, and it's going to be a huge boxing fest with a lot of great characters, and the cast is just so fun to be with overall. Each one is super, unique and has their own way of communicating and reacting with each other, which is super cool. 8-Bit is the studio, so it's going to be pretty good. And all in all, I think you guys should be excited for this season and definitely watch this one.
Yeah, last season they was really on that gang shit.
Hell yeah.
Alright, next anime you gotta watch. Obviously, come on guys. Mushoku Tensei Season 2 Part 2, aka Jobs Reincarnation. You gotta check that one out. Now, in this direction, Rudis finally gets together with Sylph, and obviously there's all that extra shit involved. Now, to be honest, I am an anime only watcher, so I actually really don't know what direction this anime is going, but I'm really interested in what direction it takes, because what Mushoku Tensei does that other isekais don't is that it really can switch up its flow and go from adventure, now it's going to that slice of life, a little romance, getting the family back together. And we all like to see that after so many years of them being apart. So this is going to be another interesting season. You definitely want to check it out, take your time watching it, enjoy a lot of the Men of Culture scenes.
Next on this list is Season 7 of My Hero Academia. Now, this is 100% one you're going to have to watch this season. All in all, this is going to be the final season of My Hero, and this is where it all ties together and everything comes down between, One for All and All for One. This is going to be the finale where we see a lot of twists, a lot of turns, and honestly, this is going to be one of the best seasons so far just because of how impactful it is and, how much we see the characters grow and come together. All in all, this is definitely one to watch for sure. I know I don't want to spoil anything, but you guys just got to be ready for some crazy shit to go down.
There's be a whole lot of gang shit, a whole lot of ignorance.
Boxing.
Next anime to watch, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna just say it right here. This is my contender. I think Tanner can equally agree with me. This is, I think, will possibly be the best anime of the season just because of the new flair. It's Kaiju number 8. I am a manga reader. I read like 60 chapters of Kaiju number 8. I gotta say, it's thoroughly a really good anime and good manga. There's like a couple episodes have already come out. Definitely worth the watch. It's an interesting and different type of anime that we haven't seen in some time, so I think this is the one anime that's gonna make a big splash this season. There's a lot of hitters out here, but I think this one can come on top and be the best anime of the season. This is my and I believe Tanner's nominee for the best of the season for the new shit.
Oh yeah. Next on this list is going to be Windbreaker. I know there's already been some hype behind it. I've seen obviously a bunch of clips from TikTok, but this basically is a story about a kid named Haruka, and he has legit no interest in weaklings. All right, he goes to a school for degenerates so he can box more degenerates. All right, this is the type of anime this is.
Love the ignorance.
I would love to say this reminds me of Beelzebub, where you kind of go to a delinquent school and there's a whole lot of boxing, and just whoever's the strongest will win and stand at the top. That's what I'm assuming what it's sort of like, but obviously they don't have any superpowers. They're just it's kind of like a Tokyo Revengers with just a little bit of a twist with no bikes. But other than that, this is definitely a good show to watch. It looks like a really cool show with really great animation. Definitely its own kind of twist and has its own flair. So definitely a great season to watch. A new anime. So this is one of them.
Alright, so the next one you should watch on this list is Misfit Demon Academy Season 2, Part 2. Okay, I'll be honest, I didn't finish watching the second part, the second season, but you already know the journey. Anos is doing his ignorant shit, showing that he really is the Demon King and he really can do whatever the fuck he wants in that universe. He's big dog and everybody, and obviously you already know he got to pick up a couple more honeys along the way to add to his harem. But season 2, if you like this Misfit Demon Academies, you're definitely going to enjoy it. Me personally, I definitely think it kind of fell off from what the original start it had, and also just because of how many pauses it has throughout the second season. It was really difficult to kind of get into, but I'm going to definitely try to check it out, try to catch back up, and hopefully give it a good enough grade. Anyways, the next anime to watch is Spice and the Wolf. I'll be honest, I never watched Spice and the Wolf before, but I'm going to now because I see a female with cat ears, and I'm really into that. So, it's definitely going to be some romance type shit. I'm definitely going to enjoy that part, but I'm definitely going to enjoy the female character more, and I definitely hope there's some fan service, because I would definitely need this for this type of anime.
I don't think there is, actually, in this one. This one is like kind of a rendition. It's kind of been a lot of seasons of Spice and Wolf, kind of just updated to the normal animation with some different storytelling, but not too much Ichi for you, brother.
We'll see.
We will. And next on this list is the regular at a Magic High School Season 3. Honestly, in my opinion, Season 1 was top 5, really good, one of my favorites. And then the second season, I don't know, didn't really do it too much for me, but obviously it still had that consistency. This is probably another one you guys want to watch if you've been, a fan or a follower of the seasons. It's obviously going to be a lot of OP moments with a super cool MC who, knows everything and knows how to handle every situation, and he's a smart-ass motherfucker, and he'll kind of body anybody pretty much. But it's got its own twists, and I hopefully this season 3 does a little better than the previous one, but I definitely have high hopes for it.
Next is Data Live Season 5. Oh my goodness. Tan over here didn't think this was even worthy of getting a Season 5 or at all. But look at us now. This is the harem type shit, Ichi shit I'm going to be enjoying. Data Live, now I know many of you guys could be saying this anime is trash. It's not. It's really, really good. It has the mental culture scenes plus the great storyline. And the waifus.
What storyline?
You see the score right there? It's an 8 point.
Spitting game to chicks is
10 on my anime list. Come on, guys. Listen, there's a lot of men of culture out there that's watching this show. If you're watching it, you're a man of culture and you know what that good shit is. You get your fix, man.
Next on this list is Grandma and Grandpa Turn Young Again. This looks like kind of like your romance of the season. I think they did this a lot better than some other romances because they definitely have a twist. They took a turn for this. Essentially, they're old, their love is still strong, but randomly one day they wake up and they're young again. And honestly, this is pretty different and pretty cool. You get to see how their love blossoms and how it actually works when they're younger rather than when they're older. I think it's just another good romance anime that is going to be a decent one for this season.
And for all my single people out there, if you watch this anime, you're going to be reminded how you're forever alone.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Next one is Sentai Dashikaku. This is like fucking Power Rangers done right, okay? In terms of like animation and some of the clips I've seen from this looks awesome. Like this legit looks epic. Just through like the choreography and how the characters are moving. I don't even know much about the plot itself, but honestly, all in all, it looks super interesting and it's definitely had some hype behind it. All in all, definitely a good pick. Definitely you should watch. It's called Go Go Loser Ranger. but obviously it has its own twist. So definitely give it a try.
I'm not gonna lie, this does look pretty interesting. I did see the trailer of this, so actually I do agree this might be a really, really good and a dark horse anime of the season. That's my dark horse. Put it in.
The next one on this list is like an action fantasy romance. It's called Unnamed Memory. It's about this guy who basically has this disability or curse where if he marries a woman, she dies.
Oh, that's an L.
It's anime, guys. What do you want me to do? Other than that, there's a witch of a tower, and basically he has to complete the whole dungeon in order for her to break the curse. And it's just, once he sees how beautiful the witch is, he wants her to be his wife so she can break it and he can be his wife at the same time. So it's got its own little flair.
I guess that's
some romance and some obvious action fantasy. I haven't seen clips of it, but hopefully it has its own uniqueness to it. Next on this list is Monster. Okay, this definitely looks good. This is another isekai where this guy named Kanata, who was basically reincarnated into a goblin, and they're at the bottom of the food chain, so he's gonna have to fight his way up. And his name is Goburo or whatever it is, and basically he went under unfortunate death, of course, and basically retained his memories, and he's now a goblin, and he has basically status boost from eating, which allows him to evolve more and more and become stronger. So this is definitely another one, but it definitely looks super interesting and has its own twist. Next on this list is Mission Yozakura Family, and apparently this is going to be a really cool season, or a really cool anime this season. Basically, it's about a high school student named Tayu, and he's been socially inept, forever, and his family, he doesn't really have a family. They died, of course. The main character can never have a family. And the only person he could really call a friend or whatever is this girl, Yozakura, which is the head of the strongest families of spies. So this is like Spy Family, but kind of in a different, realm. So basically this guy, he's obviously strong, the main character, and he has to get past the crazy family and just the crazy, ridiculous action fighting. But overall, it looks pretty cool, interesting. It says action comedy, but I think there's definitely going to be some romance in there with the main lead and the heroine. It's all about protecting the heroine, and their whole family is kind of diesel as hell, so we'll see how that goes, but definitely it looks cool this season.
Yeah, I read the manga too. It's pretty enjoyable to watch. Maybe a little redundant, but obviously in the anime format, it definitely might be a little easier to watch and more enjoyable overall. It's by Studio Silverlink too, so it's some good shit. Gods Came We Play.
So it's gonna be another psychological thriller with a lot of talking and describing of what's going on, and I'm not gonna get any of it, but
I'm not gonna lie, I saw Ichi and I'm into it now.
Oh my!
This actually giving me vibes of Liar Liar. Honestly, looking at it, I definitely think it might be something similar to it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm sorry, but this anime is also an anime you might want to consider checking out. I'm not gonna lie, it's not on your priority list, but go ahead, check it out if you got nothing else to do. The final anime we're going to talk about is Season 3 of The Duke of Death. Now, if you guys aren't into 3D animation, y'all prejudiced, y'all stupid, then don't listen to me. But if you guys are interested in seeing something different, then go ahead and check out The Duke of Death. It's honestly a really good watch. If you get past the 3D animation, after a while, it's really enjoyable. It's a really good series. Each and every moment, you really want to see the main character really get to fulfill and break his curse. So it's an enjoyable series. It's really, really good. I'm dead ass about this one. Go check it out. Season 3's a banger.
Now we actually have two more I feel like that we should mention at least. One's called Astronaut. Basically it's about a guy named Takumi. He's a gifted chef. Basically he got let go and he got taken into a dorm, but he has to live there full time, obviously, to make every meal and basically do the housework. And he meets this girl who's also kind of the caretaker / manager, and she's beautiful, so of course this dude locks in. It's like, yeah, I got this. But the difference is she's from another world, and I'm assuming all the residents there are as well. So this is definitely going to be like a, the Yuna Hot Spring, the one with the ghost. There was some Ichi in that one too, so Khalil would love that one. But it's going to be, I feel like, something similar. And the next one on this list is Oblivion Battery. Now, I think, sports animes are, they come out pretty consistently, but not a lot of them are like Haiku. They're not like Kuroko's Basketball. They're not like Blue Lock. But I think this is definitely going to be a good a good show. It's basically about a battery between a pitcher and a catcher, and basically a collective amount of kids on a team who quit baseball for various reasons, and they kind of come together. It's obviously a coming of age story between all these characters, and I feel like it's going to be a really lovable cast and definitely a good show. So if this isn't one that has been on your list and you're looking for something, definitely go for Oblivion Battery.
And Studio Mappa's doing it, so
yeah,
it's definitely good. So that is all the animes of the season that we think we should possibly watch. Now, we could be possibly wrong with some of the shit that we were talking about, but I think we are pretty confident these are the animes that you should definitely be watching. Like I said, I think the best anime of the season will be Kaiju number 8. If you disagree with us, leave it down in the comment section down below. Make sure you go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe. We are trying to reach 200 subscribers by the end of April, so let's try to hit that goal. MC Podcast signing out. Stay man, coach people.
Deuces.
Peace.